Hello student, this video is regarding a very important chapter that usually plays a very important role as far as the long answer question in auditing subject is been concerned. This video is regarding the management audit. Management audit, first of all I am going to tell you what does management audit means. Friends, management audit is a new concept in the sphere of audit. You can say it is a kind of a sphere. Audit is a kind of sphere in which management audit act as a new concept. It deals with the evaluations of the efficiency of performance of management of an organization. मतलब ये चेक करता है कि कितना इवेल्युएशन, मतलब इसका वैल्यू निकालता है कि क्या आप एफिशिएंसी जो मैनेजर्स हम पे हमारे मैनेजमेंट में काम करे उसकी कितनी एफिशिएंसी है उसका ऑडिट करता है. It is concerned with the review of operations and performance of management to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of organization. It is this an extension of external audit function. It is a kind of an extension also. We can say it is a kind of an extension of external audit function. Audit are of two types, that is internal audit and external audit. And external audit consists of all the audits regarding the external, which is the person who are related externally to the business are audited. This is called the external audit function, and it is a kind of an extension of external audit function if the company is going towards management audit. The term management audit has been defined in different ways by the renowned authors are as follows. First is T.J. Tokay. He has given the definitions of management audit which act as a gold mine for us. You just write this definition to get high marks. They have said the management audit has been defined as a comprehensive critical review of all aspects of process of management. Means it is a kind of a critical review of all aspects of process of management. That means planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, directing. These are the kind of principles of management which act as a process of management also. So these management audit consists the all the parts of this management is being correctly performed or not. Next is according to L.R. Howard. L.R. Howard. He has said the management audit is an investigation of a business from the highest level downwards in order to ascertain whether sound management prevails throughout this, facilitating the most effective relationship with the outside world and the most efficient organization and smooth running of internal organizations as well. This is the kind of a definition which is given by L.R. Howard. Next comes the following features management audit are clear from the analysis of above definition. Okay, it is very important to check that what are the following features of management audit that is being clear from the analysis of these two definitions. Under this, the first is we have got that management. It is a kind of a glimpse. It is a kind of a key points. It should be remembered by every candidate if he is going to give the paper of auditing. First is management audit is a comprehensive and critical review of managerial performance against external standards. This is the first one. It is very easy language. You can just read it and write in a copy. You can just able to understand in a very simple way. Next is it aims at improving the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization by evaluating managerial decisions. Yes, managerial decisions is been going to be evaluated and it is being checked by the organization what is the efficiency and effectiveness of that managerial decision. It aims on that. Next is it ensures optimum utilization of human and physical resources as well. Now I am going to talk about the functions of management audit. Functions of management audit is been categorized into various forms also there. So function of management audit should be taken care of as far as we are reading the management audit topic. So first functions of management audit is helpful in preparations and executions of plans and objective. Yes, it is very helpful if we are going to preparation and executions of plans and policies, because the most important functions of management auditor is to help the enterprise in the execution of its policies and plans. For this, he draws the attentions of top management towards the shortcomings and weakness of managerial system and gives his suggestions for the removal of such shortcomings and weaknesses. Next is helpful in decision making. The management auditor helps the enterprise in taking the correct decision for achieving the objects of the enterprise. For this, he should point out the wrong decisions taken by the management. Next comes helpful in effective delegations of authority. For effective operations of an enterprise, it is essential to delegate the power among the various authorities of the organization. Even in this field, management auditor performs an important role. Next is to help in effective communication. The management auditor helps in removing the conflicts at the various levels of management and makes communication system more effective. Next is to help in evaluating the performance of business, whether the operations of business is carried on properly or not. Its evaluation is a must. By job evaluation, profitability of the business can be enhanced. In this context, the management auditor plays an important role. Next is it is helpful in preparations of budget and tax plans. An auditor has knowledge of all commercial laws and therefore he helps the management in tax planning, making financial policies and preparations of budget by giving constructive suggestions in compliance of all the required laws. Next is effective evaluations of organizational structure. It means the management auditor recommends the best measures to be adopted for the effective evaluations and appraisal of the managerial system for achieving the predetermined objective of the enterprise in an easier manner. These kinds of function is very important as far as the management auditing is being concerned. Next is to help in the transfer of rights and duty. It means the management auditor helps the top management in the course of transferring rights and duties of managerial personnel. Next comes the process of management audit. Process of management audit. There is a kind of a process that should be followed if we are performing the management audit in our company, because as we all know every auditing has a kind of an different types of process. So every process should be followed by the auditing company if we are doing the auditing of the company. As far as the management audit is been concerned, the management audit includes the process. The full kind of process should be followed by each and every kind of personnel who has been involved in this management audit function. In this, the first process which needs to be taken into consideration is identify the object of the business. Yes, first of all you need to identify the objects of the business, because without identifying the objects of the business you can't able to check whether you are whether you are doing a correct auditing or not. So the auditor should identify the objective of the business and examine whether they are clear, whether they are specific and reasonable. He should also assess the adequacy of objective of earning reasonable profit, growth and survival of the business and fulfilling the social obligations. Next comes segregations of overall objectives. It means the overall objective of the business are broken down into detailed targets and plans for various segments. Next comes review of organization structure. The auditor must examine whether the organization structure is adequate to effectively achieve the overall objective and detailed targets and plans. Next is identification of responsibility centers. In order to locate probable weak points and develop control measures, the auditor should identify the various areas of managerial control within the firm. One possible classification would be as follows, like planning and information system. Planning and information system consist long range planning, cost accounting system and cost control. And if we talk about asset management, then liquid assets control, credit and receivable control and inventory control as well as capital budgeting system should be came into force as far as this topic is been concerned. Here we can also talk about this marketing system as well. Marketing system means product planning, market research, sales forecasting, sales analysis. And next is product system, which means production planning, quality control, labor relations and purchasing and procurement. Next comes review of performance of each responsibility center. Look, the performance of each responsibility center is examined and if possible should be expressed in measurable terms. It is compared with set targets. Various procedures which are the most significant in improving the quality of managerial control are identified in this system. Then next is reporting. The auditor, on the basis of the above review, prepares a kind of a report on the overall performance of the organization. The auditor may give recommendations to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of organization. Management should try to implement suggestions as far as is possible. Now I am going towards the scope of management audit. Scope of management audit, according to John Crowhurst, the important areas that are included in purview of management audit are some kind of this. So there are total 9 points. Due to the lack of space, I have not written here, but I will speak every 9 points. You just take a pen and wrote down in your copy what I am speaking regarding the scope of management audit. So first is to get knowledge about the objects of organization. to get knowledge about the objects of organization. Second, whether the basic aims and objective of the enterprise are being fulfilled in practice. It is the second point. Third, whether the enterprise is being successful in adapting itself to a technological change. Fourth, whether the management structure is suitable or not. Fifth, whether there is a proper communication system both upward and downward throughout the enterprise, including a proper management information system, that is MIS. Sixth, whether its relationships with the outside world are effective and whether its corporate image in the eyes of the outsiders is satisfactory. Seventh, whether the policies with regard to staff recruitment and training are adequate and whether the staff morale is satisfactory. Eighth, whether management is efficient at all levels and extent to which economies are possible. Ninth, whether the return on capital employed is adequate and how it compares with other companies in the same industries. These are the scope of management audit. Next is working method of management audit. Working method of management audit consists of these 5 points which needs to be taken into consideration, because these 5 points plays a very important role as far as the small answer question, as far as the long answer question, as far as the any kind of question can be framed under this working method of this management audit. And these kind of things should be, because it is very easy to learn this what are the working methods of the management audit, because it consists of very small explanation of each kind of this. Under this there are 5 working method. In this, first is inquiry, that which means the team of management audit should go on to conduct on inquiry. The team of management auditor should go on to conduct on inquiry. This is the first small definitions of inquiry, that a team of management audit should go on to the conduct on inquiry. Second, correlations. The auditor should correlate the information connected by them in course of inquiry. Then third is observation. The management auditor should also have to rely upon the observation made by them in process of auditing. Then fourth is examination. It may be required to examine the records and documents of the enterprise. And fifth, last, it is confirmation. The team of auditors should confirm the oral written statement which help in arriving at conclusion and drafting the report. Now comes the advantages of this management audit. Management audit has also having such kind of advantages which plays an important role as far as the long answer questions are being concerned. So now I am moving towards the advantages of management audit. In this, the first is point out the deficiency of management system. Yes, it points out the deficiency in management system. Look, management audit points out the deficiency in the management system and recommends measures to remove them. So it helps to improve the management efficiency. Next is knowledge about effective use of resources. How different resources of the organization can be utilized much more effectively for better result can be learned from management audit. Third is it assesses the efficiency of executives. Management audit assesses the efficiency of executive at different levels of management. On the basis of recommendations of management auditor, a suitable plan of motivation may be adopted for better work performance. Next is helpful in reducing cost. Management auditors show how production can be done at less cost and how selling can be much more successful and other means of improving operational efficiency. These go a long way in increasing the earning of the business. Next is it also charges in mentality of government executives. This point has been missed off, that is it also changes in the mentality of government executive, which means when management audit is done in government department or organization or in the government branches, it causes a change in the mentality of government executive. They become work conscious and hence work in government offices will be done much faster. Next is knowledge about sickness of enterprise. By conducting a management audit in sick unit, the real cause of sickness can be discovered and accordingly appropriate steps may be taken. Next is help to prospective investors. Any prospective investor can get a management audit conducted in the organization in which he is contemplating investment. Management audit in such a case helps the prospective investor with useful information which enables him to take correct decisions. Next is useful information to protect prospective collaborator. useful information to prospective collaborator, or we can say prospective investor. Before entering into the collaboration agreement with an organization, the prospective collaborator can conduct a management audit in that organization for collecting all useful information for the purpose of decision making. These can be done by the investor as well. Next is benefits to expert. It means experts are drawn from the different fields in the management audit team. A joint report of several experts covering all the aspects of business management is only possible from management audit. And next, last is moral check on organizations executives. It means the possibility of management audit cast a moral check on the organization's executive. They try to do their work efficiently, and as a result, planning, performance, and control become much more effective in the organization. Next is disadvantage of management audit. Yes, the management audit has some disadvantages as well. In this, the first is create fear in the mind of executive, which means as the efficiency of business executive is assessed in the management audit, it unnecessarily creates fear in the minds of the executives. Next is avoid important decisions. Executives will try to avoid important decision lest they are criticized by the management auditors, and they will end more towards routine works. The organization has to suffer for this. Next is tendency to quit post by experienced employees. Due to the fear and absence of peace in the working place, many skilled and experienced employees may quit their post. Employee turnover cost will increase for this, and the organization will be affected. Next is chances to use it for personal interest. It means there are certain cases when owners of business or the top management use management audit in their own interest. Next is chances of partiality, which means often management auditor take directions from the top of the organization so as to satisfy their client. Such a management audit suffers from a partially or it's biased. Next is less useful in practical field. The recommendations of the management auditors are in the most cases simply conceptual and have little usefulness in the practical fields. Next is costly. Management audit involves high cost, and so this is beyond the reach of small organizations as well. So these are the disadvantages of management audit. Thank you for listening this. Do share and subscribe my channel Manish Kumar on important topics to get all the informative videos regarding the BCom. Thank you.